Similar triangles. Observe the following figures. The pairs of figures shown in each part have the same shape but their sizes are different. It means that they are not congruent. We cannot place one picture over another and say they are overlapping. They are exactly overlapping. So we cannot say that they are congruent. Such like-looking figures are called similar figures. Look at these two photographs. They are of Taj Mahal. They are similar figures. We find similarity in a photo and its enlargement. Also, we find similarity between a road map and the roads. The proportionality of all sides is an important property of similarity of two figures. But the angles in the figures have to be of the same measure. If the angle between these roads is not the same in its map, then the map will be misleading. Now listen, this is very important for similar figures. The proportionality of all sides is an important property of similarity of two figures. That is the ratio of the corresponding sides. If you take the ratio of the corresponding sides, all the three ratios will be equal. The proportionality of all sides is an important property of similarity of two figures. But remember that the angles in the figures have to be of the same measure. The corresponding angles have to be congruent. Now we shall learn properties of similar triangles through an activity. Now coming to the activity. On a card sheet, draw a triangle of sides 4 centimeters, 3 centimeters and 2 centimeters. Cut it out. Make 13 more copies of the triangle and cut them out from the card sheet. So now you will be having 14 copies of the triangle. One is already drawn and we are cutting out 13 more copies of the triangle. So totally you will be having 14 copies of the triangle. Note that all these triangular pieces are congruent. Arrange them as shown in the following figure and make 3 triangles out of them. So this is the first triangle. This is the second triangle. ABC is the first triangle. DEF is the second triangle. And PQR is the third triangle. Now you can verify whether all the 14 triangles are there. Here there is, in the first triangle, 1 triangle is there. In the second triangle there are 4 triangles. So 1 plus 4 is 5. And in the third triangle there are 9 triangles. So 5 plus 9 is 14. So all the 14 triangles are arranged in such a manner. Note that all these triangular pieces are congruent. Arrange them. So ABC, similar to ABC, we have made 14 other triangles. So all the 14 triangles are congruent to each other. And you are arranging them as shown in the following figure. And you are making 3 triangles out of them. One is ABC, one is DEF, and the third one is PQR. Triangle ABC and triangle DEF. First take these 2 triangles. Triangle ABC and triangle DEF are similar in the correspondence Vertex A corresponds to vertex D, vertex B corresponds to vertex E, and vertex C corresponds to vertex F. So we are writing the correspondence of the vertices as A, B, C corresponds to D, E, F. So triangle ABC and triangle DEF are similar in the correspondence. ABC corresponds to DEF. Triangle ABC and triangle DEF are not congruent. They are only similar. By looking at them, we can see ABC does not exactly fit on DEF. DEF is of a bigger size. So we cannot say triangle ABC and triangle DEF are congruent. Here triangle ABC and triangle DEF are similar. And in which correspondence? In the correspondence, A corresponds to D, vertex B corresponds to vertex E, and vertex C corresponds to vertex F. Also, you can see measure of angle A to be equal to measure of angle D. If you measure and see, they will be equal. So the angles are congruent. Angle A is congruent to angle D. Now check out the measures of angle B and angle E. Measure of angle B will be equal to measure of angle E. So the angles are congruent. Angle B is congruent to angle E. Now you can also check measure of angle C. It will be equal to measure of angle F. So angle C is congruent to angle F. Also you can see whether the corresponding sides are in proportion. Now you can check the corresponding sides, ratio of the corresponding sides. Now you take the side AB of the first triangle. You know vertex A corresponds to vertex D and vertex B corresponds to vertex E. We have taken such a correspondence. So you have to take AB upon DE. Now check. Check whether BC upon EF is also 1 upon 2. Because we have to check whether the corresponding sides are in proportion. Vertex B corresponds to vertex E. Vertex C corresponds to vertex F. So BC upon EF will become equal to 3 upon 6. Look at the second figure, figure 3.53. You can see that EF is equal to 3 plus 3, that is equal to 6. Now 3 upon 6, if you are going to reduce, you will get 1 upon 2. Now check for the remaining corresponding sides, ratio of the remaining corresponding sides. AC upon DF, because A corresponds to D and C corresponds to F. So AC upon DF will be equal to 2 upon 4. DF is 2 plus 2, which is 4. So AC upon DF is equal to 2 upon 4, that is equal to 1 upon 2. That is, the corresponding sides are in proportion. Because we got AB upon DE to be 1 upon 2, BC upon EF is 1 upon 2, and AC upon DF is also 1 upon 2. So we have got AB upon DE is equal to BC upon EF is equal to AC upon DF. So that is, we have got the corresponding sides are in proportion. Similarly, consider triangle DEF and triangle PQR. That is figure 3.53 and figure 3.54. Are their angles congruent and sides proportional in the correspondence? DEF corresponds to PQR. The answer is yes. You can do the similar checking. You will get triangle DEF to be similar to triangle PQR. Now, coming to the definition. Similarity of triangles. In triangle ABC and triangle PQR, if measure of angle A is equal to measure of angle P, measure of angle B is equal to measure of angle Q, measure of angle C is equal to measure of angle R, and AB upon PQ is equal to BC upon QR is equal to AC upon PR, then triangle ABC and triangle PQR are called similar triangles. Triangle ABC and triangle PQR are similar is written as triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. Look at the symbol of similarity. Let us learn the relation between the corresponding angles and corresponding sides of similar triangles through an activity. Draw a triangle A1, B1, C1 on a card sheet and cut it out. Measure angle A1, angle B1, angle C1. Draw two more triangles, triangle A2, B2, C2 and triangle A3, B3, C3 such that measure of angle A1 is equal to measure of angle A2 is equal to measure of angle A3. Measure of angle B1 is equal to measure of angle B2 is equal to measure of angle B3. Measure of angle C1 is equal to measure of angle C2 is equal to measure of angle C3. And also B1 C1 should be strictly greater than B2 C2 should be strictly greater than B3 C3. Now cut these two triangles also. Measure the lengths of the three triangles. Measure the lengths of the three triangles. Arrange the triangles in two ways as shown in the figure. Look at figure 3.55 and see the arrangement. Now look at figure 3.56 and see the different arrangement made out of those three triangles. Now check the ratios. A1 B1 upon A2 B2, B1 C1 upon B2 C2, A1 C1 upon A2 C2. You will notice that the ratios are equal. Similarly, see whether the ratios A1 C1 upon A3 C3, B1 C1 upon B3 C3, A1 B1 upon A3 B3 are equal. From this activity, note that when corresponding angles of two triangles are equal, the ratios of their corresponding sides are also equal. That is, their corresponding sides are in the same proportion. Once again I repeat, when corresponding angles of two triangles are equal, the ratios of their corresponding sides are also equal. That is, their corresponding sides are in the same proportion. Ratios of their corresponding sides are equal means their corresponding sides are in the same proportion. This is another way of telling it. The ratios of their corresponding sides are also equal is said to be in a different way. Their corresponding sides are in the same proportion. Now we have seen that in triangle ABC and triangle PQR, if Measure of angle A is equal to measure of angle P. Measure of angle B is equal to measure of angle Q. Measure of angle C is equal to measure of angle R. Then AB upon PQ is equal to BC upon QR is equal to AC upon PR. This means if corresponding angles of two triangles are equal, then the corresponding sides are in the same proportion. Remember this. If corresponding angles of two triangles are equal, then the two triangles are similar. If two triangles are similar, then the corresponding sides are in proportion and corresponding angles are congruent. Some information is shown in triangle ABC and triangle PQR in figure 3.57. Observe it. Hence find the lengths of side AC and PQ. Now look at these two figures. You can see measure of angle B to be 90 degrees in triangle ABC, and in triangle PQR you can see measure of angle Q to be 90 degrees. Now here in the first triangle ABC, angle A is marked having measure equal to measure of angle P in triangle PQR. So angle A is congruent to angle P. Otherwise, measure of angle A is equal to measure of angle P. Already you have measure of angle B to be equal to measure of angle Q because each is of 90 degrees. So now coming to the remaining angle. What is measure of angle C and measure of angle R? The sum of all angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. All of you know this property of a triangle. The sum of all angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. So now remaining measure, that is measure of angle C, will be equal to the remaining measure of angle R, because the other two angles are having equal measure, that is corresponding angles are having equal measures. Measure of angle A is equal to measure of angle P, measure of angle B is equal to measure of angle Q, and also we know that the sum of all angles in a triangle is 180 degrees. So the remaining measure of angle C is equal to the remaining measure of the other triangle, corresponding angle of other triangle, that is angle R. So we get measure of angle C is equal to measure of angle R. So now we are getting measure of angle A is equal to measure of angle P, measure of angle B is equal to measure of angle Q, measure of angle C is equal to measure of angle R. Therefore, triangle ABC and triangle PQR are equiangular triangles. Therefore, triangle ABC and triangle PQR are equiangular triangles. Therefore, their sides are proportional. Triangle ABC and triangle PQR are equiangular triangles. Therefore, their sides are proportional. Therefore, AB upon PQ, A corresponds to vertex A corresponds to vertex P, vertex B corresponds to vertex Q, and vertex C corresponds to vertex R. So accordingly, you have to see AB upon PQ will be equal to BC upon QR, that will be equal to AC upon PR. Now put all the values over here. AB is 3, it is given in the figure. BC is 4, QR is 6 and PR is 7.5. Now all these are given in the figure. So put all these values over here in this equation. AB upon PQ is equal to BC upon QR is equal to AC upon PR. So you get 3 upon PQ is equal to 4 upon 6 is equal to AC upon 7.5. Now we have to find out PQ and AC from here. That is what is given in the question. Find the lengths of side AC and side PQ. So now in this equation, take the first two ratios. There are three ratios here. Take the first two ratios, then later on you can take the second and third ratio. If you take the first two ratio, there are only one unknown, PQ. So you can easily find out. Then again, when you take the second and third ratio, you will be having only one unknown, that is AC. So you can easily find out the value of AC. So now don't take the first ratio and the third ratio first, because there are two unknowns in this equation. So now take the first ratio and the second ratio, they are equal. So now do the cross multiplication. Do the cross multiplication. So you'll get 3 multiplied by 6 is equal to 4 multiplied by PQ. So 4 multiplied by PQ is equal to 3 multiplied by 6. 3 into 6 is 18. 4 multiplied by PQ is equal to 18. Therefore PQ will be equal to 18 upon 4. 4 comes to the other side of the equal to sign. So the operation multiplication becomes division. So PQ will become 18 upon 4. When you divide 18 by 4, you get 4.5. So we have found out the length of PQ. Now similarly, consider the next second ratio and third ratio here and do the cross multiplication. So when you do the cross multiplication here, you will get 6 multiplied by AC is equal to 4 multiplied by 7.5. So keep AC on one side and take all the numbers to the right hand side. Already you have 7.4 multiplied by 4 in the right hand side. You bring 6 from the left hand side of the equal to sign to the right hand side. So now operation is multiplication here. So when it comes to the left hand side, it becomes division. So you'll get AC is equal to 7.5 multiplied by 4 upon 6. 7.5 multiplied by 4 is 30. So you get 30 upon 6. 30 upon 6 is otherwise 5, because 6 5s are 30. So you get the value of length of side AC. So you have to write the final answer like this. Length of side AC is equal to 5 and length of side PQ is equal to 4.5.